Hello everyone, hope you all enjoyed the opening weekend of F1 and F2 and F3. What a weekend of racing it was. But it's Monday, that means it's time for Transfer Weekly with me, Chris McCarthy. This now episode number 9. We've been going for quite a while now. Plenty to cover this week. We've got a couple of the F3 signings, some FRECA signings, and then also some F1 Academy signings as well as some other F3 related news. So let's start with that F3 news. It's not really news because we had the racing over the weekend, of course, but on the build up to it, Alex Smoliar was confirmed that he will be racing with MP Motorsport this year. So for those of you who saw that he wasn't going to be racing due to the fact that SMP Racing had pulled his funding and all the other drivers they had been funding due to the war in Ukraine, that then changed literally the day before practice. It seems he's gathered funds from somewhere and he is going to be racing this season, which comes as very positive news for those other drivers that were affected, Kirill Small, Nikita Bedrin and Ira Sidorkova as well. So hopefully they are able to do the same thing and they are able to also race. But Alex Smoliar, under all the pressure he had with whether he was going to race, whether he wasn't going to race, the day before he confirms he's going to race, goes out and gets a podium in the first race. So a well done to him. Also out there, you may have saw, it was just after we released Transfer Weekly last week, Nico Kari will be racing with Jensen Motorsport this year. I thought that seat was personally going to go to Patrick Pasma as he had been testing with them. But Nico Kari, a name that we know from racing in GP3 and F3 last back in 2019 where he raced with Trident, came in with no testing and ended on a pretty positive note with 14th in race 2. So he can be happy with that. FRECA news next, and we're going to start with MP Motorsport. They've confirmed their first signing for the 2022 season, and it is Michael Bellove. Really excited about this one. Michael competed in the championship last year with JD Motorsport and G4 Racing. Didn't do the full season, but he took 2 wins and 5 podiums in the races that he did do. He's the first driver to be announced at MP, a team very capable of winning races. And I really do think Michael Bellove is going to be a big contender for the championship this year. So yeah, excited to see how he gets on and who joins him at MP Motorsport as well. Next, we'll move over to Michael's previous team, G4 Racing. They have completed their driver lineup with the signing of Axel Noss. Axel returns back to the team this year, his first full season with them last year, and got a best result of 14th. So a learning year for him. We'll be hoping to score some points this year, and he is going to be joined there by Owen Tangavelu and Matthias Zagazzetta. So 2 rookies joining him. Axel will hopefully be able to help those guys get up to speed pretty quickly. But a big season ahead for Axel. Next then, a driver we knew what was going to be racing, we just didn't know where. So similar to the Hadrian David news we had last week, this one, a fellow French driver, Esteban Masson, has been confirmed he will be racing at FA Racing. The reigning French F4 champion has signed to the Spanish team where he joins fellow rookie Nicolas Baptiste. So still a seat available there. As I said, reigning French F4 champion, a French karting champion as well. So he is a real big star over in France, and it's going to be good to see him on a big stage like FRECA this year. Let's talk F1 Academies next. Now, Sauber Academy announced their drivers. They became the latest team to announce their driver program for this year, and they have signed Théo Pourchaire and Roberto Faria to the Sauber Academy program. Théo Pourchaire back with the Sauber Academy this year. He's been with them since 2019, and a big year for him this year. He's looking to fight for that FIA F2 title with ART, and he's got off to a very good start, winning the feature race, and he now leads the championship, leaving Bahrain and going into Jeddah this weekend. He's the youngest ever pole sitter and winner in F2, and has also tested the Alfa Romeo F1 car, which is ran by Sauber, of course. Roberto Faria, 5th in the GB3 Championship last year. He returns to that this year. He's going to be racing with Callaghan, and with that backing of Sauber, he will want nothing less than to go and win that GB3 title and follow in the footsteps of Zach O'Sullivan, who had a very impressive first round in F3. So let's see how he gets on, and we're going to end with great news for F3 racing, and that is FIA F3 World Cup will be back at Macau. Yes, the Macau Grand Prix will return this year on the 17th to the 20th of November. It's the first time we're going to be back there since 2019. Due to COVID restrictions, the Macau Grand Prix had to stop for a couple of years, but now it is going to be back. It's been running F3 cars at that event since 1983. Winners include Ayrton Senna, Michael Schumacher, David Coulthard, Takuma Sato, Felix Rosenqvist. The last winner was Richard Verschoor in 2019. So expect a lot of drivers from F3, maybe one or two from F2, but then a lot of FRECA drivers and also maybe a few F4 drivers as well. Really excited to see that one. Hopefully get to go and see it in person. It would be absolutely fantastic. But the FIA F3 World Cup will be back this year. Remaining seats, obviously F2 and F3 are full. We have 7 left in FRECA. Upcoming races, we are at Jeddah this week for F2. We have pre-season testing, the first of 3 pre-season tests in FRECA this week at Barcelona on the 23rd and 24th. And then the second round of F3 will be next month on the 23rd and 24th of April at Imola. We get closer to the start of the F4 championships as well. But that is all for this episode. As I said, F2 and F3 is now done. Transfers all complete. So we turn our attention to those 7 remaining seats in FRECA. Once they are done, I will do a couple of special episodes to end off Transfer Weekly for this season, focusing on FRECA and F4 as well. But that is all for episode number 9. Lots to cover in what was seemingly a quiet week at times, but plenty to cover. F2 is on this weekend. Do join me again next week for Transfer Weekly episode number 10. That is all for now. Do give a like and a subscribe. For now, thank you very much for watching.